Advanced techniques to boost your creative intelligence. We recommend that you use the simple techniques to boost your creative intelligence first, before using these more advanced techniques. The reason for this is that you will get a good start with creativity by making your brain work harder. This is up to you, of course. There is some overlap with the simple techniques and some of the advanced techniques that we will discuss here, and these will be revealed to you as you keep watching this training. These are just some of the creative thinking techniques that you can use. Once you have mastered these, you can find other techniques to use from books or researching online. In our opinion, the advanced techniques that we will cover in this video are the best to master and will produce the best results for boosting your creative intelligence. They are all tried and tested and have helped many people become a lot more creative. Brainstorming. Brainstorming is probably a creative thinking technique that you have already heard of. You may have even participated in a brainstorming session. Usually, brainstorming takes place with 2 or more people, but you can brainstorm on your own as well. Mind mapping is a form of self-brainstorming. The main reason to brainstorm is to solve a problem that you are facing. It will encourage both critical and creative thinking. We recommend that you quickly migrate from self-brainstorming to brainstorming with others, as this will expose you to other people's ideas. Building a team is another benefit of brainstorming. You can come up with a lot more creative ideas as a team than you can as an individual. Listening to and examining other people's creative ideas is a great way for you to develop your own creative intelligence. To get the best results from brainstorming, you need to set a goal. When you use the mind mapping technique, you start with a central theme. In our example, this was writing a book. It is essential that the brainstorming team is focused on a goal so that you can generate the best ideas to solve a problem. We recommend that you have a visual way to capture the ideas from a brainstorming session. You can make one person responsible for capturing all of the different ideas. These days, people are holding brainstorming sessions using video conferencing services such as Zoom. Whatever method you use, be sure to capture everything and make this visible to the team. It is not easy for people to explain a spatial relationship most of the time, and using a visual aid will help a lot here. Your brain allocates more resources to visual processing than anything else, which emphasizes the need for drawings and so on to provide maximum impact. When you are organizing a brainstorming session, ensure that the participants will not be distracted. Tell them to turn off their phones or put them in silent mode. You need all of the participants to a brainstorming session to be fully attentive. Never try to rush a brainstorming session. Make sure that you set aside adequate time for your sessions. Sometimes you may find that one session is enough, and you end up with great results through brainstorming. Other times you may need several brainstorming sessions to come up with the right solution to the problem. Lateral thinking. Lateral thinking is not the easiest concept for some people to grasp, and nor is it the easiest technique to use, but it can produce some outstanding creative results. The reason that is so difficult for some people is because we tend to think in a logical way. We assume certain things through experience, and with lateral thinking, all of this goes out of the window. Imagine that you were sitting down, ready to play a game of chess. You have played chess many times, so you have a perception of the pieces that should appear on the chessboard. When you use lateral thinking, you forget about playing with the normal chess pieces, but how you would change those pieces. You are challenging perception with lateral thinking. We all see the world in our own way so that we can process it. All of us tend to lock in and automate a response to our world, which can be a certain type of behavior or other response to what is happening. This all happens in our subconscious minds. When you use lateral thinking, you will try and break these locks or automatic responses to the world around you. This is a great method of creative thinking that often leads to very powerful new ideas. A lot of the top companies in the world use lateral thinking for innovation. There are different processes involved with lateral thinking, which provide a definitive and systematic way of creative thinking that will result in innovative solutions to problems. Anyone that practices lateral thinking uses it to move from an idea that is commonly known to generating creative ideas around the same subject. The 4 main tools used in lateral thinking are idea generation, focus, harvesting, treatment. Tools for idea generation help you to break free from your current thinking patterns. The focus tools enable you to open your mind to different possibilities so that you can come up with new ideas. You use harvesting to get the most from the new ideas, and treatment is a grounding process that makes the new ideas fit with the real world. People with creative intelligence use lateral thinking to solve problems, finding new ways to do things, and for innovation and new product creation. It will take you a while to master the art of lateral thinking, and there are some excellent resources online for this, as well as some good books on the subject. Look in other places for inspiration. This is particularly useful if you want to come up with new ideas for the company that you work for or your own business. Here you will look for innovation ideas in different niches and industries, as your competitors will be focused on the niche that you and they are in. Look for businesses that dominate their niche. How are they doing this? Think about brands that you have loyalty to and work out why this is the case. Look for examples of how something that helped a business dominate a niche could work in your niche. At the same time, look to see if you can improve on these concepts. You can consider this to be out-of-the-box creative thinking. When you look at what businesses are doing in other industries for inspiration, it can help you to come up with some very creative ideas that you can apply to your business. Ask others for advice. We were debating whether to include this technique in the simple ideas for a creativity video or this one on more advanced ideas. In the end, we decided to include it in the advanced techniques video because all of the simple techniques you can practice on your own. A lot of people will not ask other people for help because they see it as a sign of weakness. But sometimes asking others can help you to generate even more creative ideas. Trying to solve a problem on your own is not always the best way to do things, as you can be too close to it. When you share the problem with others, you're going to receive different ideas and a take on the issue that you would probably have never thought of. Every one of us is unique and has different experience and knowledge. With a fresh perspective on things, you should be able to move closer to the solution. Of course, you do not have to follow all of the advice that you receive from the others that you have asked to help. But this advice may lead you to come up with more creative ideas on your own. This is a simple but powerful creative thinking technique. Creative visualization. The final advanced method for creative thinking that we will discuss is creative visualization. It is likely that you have heard of visualization before, but perhaps you have never learned how to do it properly and put it into practice. You can achieve a great deal with creative visualization. In a nutshell, creative visualization is all about using your imagination to form mental images that are vivid. When you change these images using your conscious mind, you will change the emotion that you link to the images. Creative visualization can be used effectively if you want to make specific changes in your life. In order to make it work for you, it is essential that you believe that it will work. Then you need to follow the 4 stages of creative visualization in order to get the results that you want. The first stage with creative visualization is selecting a goal. Choose something that you want to happen in your personal or business life. It is best to start out with easier goals when you are learning and first practicing creative visualization. Stage 2 is all about forming the image in your mind of achieving the goal you choose. You need to think that you have already achieved the goal here. Add yourself into the image and make it as detailed as possible. See yourself celebrating the achievement of the goal. For stage 3, you need to return to the stage 2 image you created at various times throughout the day. See the images as often as you can without thinking too hard. The final stage is adding positivity to your created image. Imagine the goal that you want to achieve is happening right now. When you practice creative visualization, you can come up with all kinds of creative ideas to achieve your goal. It is not difficult to learn how to perform creative visualization, and with a little practice, you will become a master at it. In the next video, we will look at 4 creativity killers you need to avoid.